total P&L is $3,577. So these are the trades. These are the actual trades by time of day. There were 5 that hit the first grab sense target. I set up an alert in TradingView that would go long when price re-enters the Bollinger Band from below, or when it re-enters the Bollinger Band from above, heading down. So this way we go long, this way we go short. I set this alert up on the SPY on the 5-minute chart, and I have connected it to Trade Unafraid, so it will trade this automatically. And you can see that there were several alerts that triggered in the last 2 days. This is the trade plan that's set up. So it's going to enter calls for a long and puts for a short. It's going to allocate $5,000. It has a 20% loss limit. It has a 10-minute candle trail. It has an MFE retracement that will, once it's up by 50 cents, it will protect the profit at 25%. And finally, when it's up 50 cents, it will sell 15%. When it's up $1, it will sell 15%. And the rest will be managed by these 2 exits. So that's the trade plan. And now let's take a look at the statistics. The overall results are that we have 37 trades, and the total P&L is $3,577. If we look at expectancy, it is nearly 2. These are normalized. If we look at non-normalized expectancy, it's nearly $100. So the win rate is only 27%. We had 37 trades, 10 winners, and 27 losers. However, the win-loss ratio is where we're making up for that low win rate. The average winner, 559. The average loser, 75. So that's a win-loss ratio of 7.5. So we have an expectancy of almost $100. If we look at risk-adjusted expectancy, which has to do with the expectancy versus the loss, or the risk, we're at 1.3 basically. So pretty attractive. This is the same expectancy calculations, but looking at puts versus calls, or short versus long. So you can see that the expectancy is a little bit better for puts, which is not surprising since markets tend to move faster on the way down. So these are the trades. The green is where we exited. So it's the realized profit or loss. The red is the maximum adverse excursion, and the blue is the maximum favorable excursion. So you can see that the losses are small, the gains are pretty large. The largest gain was on paper, 2154. We ended up capturing 1596 of that. These are the actual trades by time of day. It's another way to see that the losses are very small and contained. The largest loss is right here, $210. The gains there are some outsized gains. So the largest being almost $1,600. This is cumulative P&L by time of day. So this is the time of both days combined into one. Here are the 2 different days. So we did have a losing day on the 6th, but the 7th was a big winner. Yeah, so this is combined P&L over time. So we were in the hole by $1,128. We finished June 6th that way, and then by the end of June 7th, we're up almost $3,600. This is an interesting chart. This shows, you can see that there were 37 trade plans that entered, and there are 4 different ways that we could go after the entry. There were 23 that exited due to a candle trail, and we'll see how those played out in another display. There were 5 that hit the first grab cents target, which was 50 cents if you recall. And then there were 3 that hit the second target, which was $1. And then after that, all of those ended up being stopped out using the 10-minute candle trail. There were another 2 that hit the first target and then were out because of the candle trail. There were 8 that were that hit our exit price, and that exit price was actually sent from TradingView, and it was actually I'll just go back for a moment. The stop was actually the high of the candle where the trigger occurred. So if we go short, this is the stop right here. If we go long, this is the stop right here. And then finally, there was one trade that was flattened because the market was closing. So that accounts for all 37 entries. As far as exits go, this is the realized P&L by the exit tactic. So you can see that break price, interestingly, this is the one that was the extreme, the high or the low of the entry candle. We actually had a positive one, so that's a little surprising, but it was a gain of 14. The worst loss here was $90. Now candle trail actually ended up having mostly positive exits, including the maximum gain here. The largest loss was 210. The median was a loss of 37.50. Now if we look at the time in the trade in seconds versus the P&L, you can see that we have small losses, we get out quickly, and then over time we have long-lasting trades that continue to make more money. Here's another way to view the entire list of trades as a histogram with frequency here. So, and this is the 0 line. So you can see that we had a lot more small losers than anything else. And then as the losses get bigger, we have fewer and fewer of them. And then we have a very long tail as far as winners go. So the biggest loser was under $250, and the biggest winner was over $1,500.